It's infuriating, Tony. It's absolutely infuriating.
Welcome to picturesque Park County, home to spectacular views, to wonderfully tranquil, meandering streams, and home to a percolating controversy between dozens of residents and one prominent and powerful businessman.
They don't care, and they're not intimidated by public outcry because the fix is in.
He's pointing fingers and amplifying his accusations against elected leaders and high-ranking county employees.
I think the evidence is there that something's going on. It doesn't add up, Tony. There's something there.
Joe Widener lives in the county and is an elected member of a nearby water board. He questions why that longtime Park County businessman is receiving what he describes as preferential treatment.
He doesn't think the rules apply to him, and obviously they don't. And that's the story. Why doesn't the rules apply to him?
I began this process for this PUD.
The person he's talking about is Adam Shirley. He owns the property, and he's responsible for this large and largely controversial hilltop structure off of 285 just a mile into Park County. Shirley's critics and neighbors say if approved by the county, his plans will negatively impact their property values.
You know, Adam tells me what a great neighbor he is, and we all know that's not true.
During the past 6 months, Denver 7 Investigates has captured a parade of Park County residents stepping forward, questioning Adam Shirley's actions, the process, and the county's leadership. Specifically, neighbors can't understand how that white tent was built without a permit, and in multiple public hearings, during meetings scheduled to discuss Shirley's proposed rezoning, they've blamed the county's leadership for not enforcing the rules and for bypassing the county's critical oversight responsibilities.
So far, there's been building without anyone who lives there knowing what in the world is going on.
Our feeling is the tail is wagging the dog. That white building on the hill has been a representative symbol of what I view as lawlessness, both from the applicant and from the county.
Mr. Shirley, do you have a quick moment? Following one of the public hearings, we took all of those concerns to the businessman in the center of the bullseye. You probably know many of your neighbors are unhappy with what's going on, and we're trying to understand what's true and what's not true.
Sure. I'll give you a call.
As you will see, it was the first of several attempts to hear Adam Shirley's side of this conflict. Why ultimately are you sitting in that chair right now?
I'm sitting in this chair right now because I believe that the truth about this matter needs to be told.
John Deegan is a former senior planner in Park County. What is the truth?
The truth is that the applicant in this case received preferential treatment contrary to the public interest.
Adam Shirley?
Yes.
In the middle of Adam Shirley's application process, county leaders informed Deegan they eliminated his position. Help me understand how Adam Shirley made so many of his neighbors so angry.
Adam Shirley must have been given reason to believe that he could operate with impunity.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that this application was guaranteed success.
That powerful accusation leads us to this telling audio recording.
How the can you build a building without a permit?
Denver 7 Investigates obtained the recording. It's a conversation between Joe Widener and Park County businessman Adam Shirley, talking about construction of that white tent-like structure.
You're putting it up and you don't even have it.
I don't have a permit, and the commissioners know exactly what I'm doing.
A revealing moment, apparently confirming the concerns raised by Adam Shirley's neighbors and the accusations leveled by former county employee John Deegan. A recording where Adam Shirley candidly says he didn't follow the rules, and he claims county leaders were both informed and aware he was building without approvals and without a permit.
I'm not going against the county. The county knows exactly what I'm doing. At the end of the day, I obviously pissed off a lot of neighbors.
And that candid testimonial led us back to Adam Shirley.
Mr. Shirley, Tony Kowaleski back again because we really want to hear your side of the story.
Now remember, a few weeks earlier, he promised an interview to answer the questions and accusations raised by his neighbors.
Help me understand how you've angered so many of your neighbors, just quickly.
I will have a comment at a later time, not today.
Do you ever sit and wonder what you did to elevate their frustrations and their anger?
No comment today.
Does Mr. Shirley have a problem following the rules of your county?
Mr. Shirley is not helping himself.
Tom Eisenman is Park County's highest-ranking employee. He spent 9 years as county manager.
Residents have sat in front of this camera and accused you and the county of giving Adam Shirley preferential treatment.
Well, they would be inaccurate.
When that facility was built, did Mr. Shirley have a permit?
When it was originally being constructed, he did not.
Mike Smith serves as the county's director of operations. We specifically asked him about that audio recording.
I don't have a permit, and the commissioners know exactly what I'm doing.
I wouldn't have any knowledge of that, so I'm not. I don't know where he would get that impression. He's never gotten that from me, I can tell you that.
And this is not Adam Shirley's first run-in with the county. We've told you about that tent-like structure getting tagged for building without a permit. A few months earlier, the county sent him a cease and desist order for dumping septic waste on another property in clear view of his neighbors. A history leaving his community with the perception the county's rules don't apply to Adam Shirley.
Knowing what's happened up to today, how confident are you that Adam Shirley's going to follow the rules moving forward?
Not very.
As the county manager, what's your message to Adam Shirley?
Comply, follow the rules.
Any comments on our reporting?
His name is Adam Shirley. For more than 6 months, his business and his actions have found their way to the center of this major Park County controversy.
Did you see our story?
Oh, yeah. It's a one-sided deal.
It sounds like he didn't like what we reported about this structure. He apparently didn't like hearing attacks from his neighbors that he was sidestepping rules and regulations to get approval for a waste transfer station alongside Highway 285 as you enter Park County.
He doesn't think the rules apply to him, and obviously they don't. And that's the story. Why doesn't the rules apply to him?
Our feeling is the tail is wagging the dog. That white building on the hill has been a representative symbol of what I view as lawlessness, both from the applicant and from the county.
You know, Adam tells me what a great neighbor he is, and we all know that's not true.
And it wasn't just neighbors questioning Adam Shirley's development plans. We also reported concerns from current and former county employees.
What is the truth?
The truth is that the applicant in this case received preferential treatment contrary to the public interest.
Adam Shirley?
Yes.
John Deegan is a former senior county planner.
As the county manager, what's your message to Adam Shirley?
Comply, follow the rules.
And Tom Eisenman is the county manager, Park County's most powerful public employee.
Does Mr. Shirley have a problem following the rules of your county?
Mr. Shirley is not helping himself.
And a few days after that story aired, more than 100 Park County residents packed the commission chambers and the Zoom meeting, two distinct sides to one controversial building.
You will be hard-pressed to find an individual who better represents the small-town living and sense of community that we so greatly value.
One side defending the reputation of Adam Shirley.
He's worked with the county to do this the right way. He's taking safety seriously, and I want to commend him for that.
I am urging you to do away with this right now.
Others challenging county commissioners to shut down this proposed waste transfer station.
Having seen some information from various people from the Channel 7 news report, there's a question as to whether this process has been conducted in good faith.
And that brings us back to Adam Shirley and those claims our reporting was a one-sided deal.
You don't think it was fair?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was as fair as you wanted to make it.
But I tried to reach out to you multiple times to hear your side.
Right.
We texted,
No matter.
I called.
This is media. This is media. No matter what I say, you'll spin it.
We found that response a bit puzzling because after every prior meeting, we gave Adam Shirley the opportunity to tell his story. Take a look. You probably know many of your neighbors aren't happy with what's going on, and we're trying to understand what's true and what's not true.
Sure. I'll give you a call.
Mr. Shirley, Tony Kowalewski back again because we really want to hear your side of the story. And our parting offer to Mr. Shirley, another chance to tell his story. Do you want to sit down?
Not today.
When it's over?
We'll see. I'm not making no promises.
Officially, the definition includes a bitter, continuous hostility.
They don't care, and they're not intimidated by public outcry because the fix is in.
For more than 7 months, a feud has unfolded in the heart of Park County.
It's absolutely infuriating. Why doesn't the rules apply to him?
It's not the Hatfields and McCoys, but instead the neighbors against a prominent business leader. Help me understand how you've angered so many of your neighbors, just quickly.
I will have a comment at a later time, not today.
Accusations include preferential treatment from county leaders.
Adam Shirley must have been given reason to believe that he could operate with impunity.
Facts that included building this tent-like structure along Highway 285 without a permit.
So far, there's been building without anyone who lives there knowing what in the world is going on.
Questions about why such a pretty part of the state can produce such an ugly battle.
This is a hard one for the community, I know.
And reaction brought us to the culmination of the feud. 3 paid elected leaders tasked with deciding if a waste transfer station should receive the go-ahead. Will they give a green light to a businessman at the heart of the conflict, a conflict that has also included criticism to and from the county's manager? Residents have sat in front of this camera and accused you and the county of giving Adam Shirley preferential treatment.
Well, they would be inaccurate.
Does Mr. Shirley have a problem following the rules of your county?
Mr. Shirley is not helping himself.
So with community members watching closely, a 7-month battle came down to 1 vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm a nay.
By the narrowest of margins, a victory for the businessman and a setback for a very active and angry community.
You've heard the accusations against you and others. What's your perspective now that the vote's behind you?
Richard Elsner voted to approve Adam Shirley's waste transfer station.
My perspective is the process works.
Did you hear those accusations?
I heard some of them, and of course none of them were true. If it was I knew this or was in his pocket or anything like that. That's part of being a commissioner.
So Adam, reaction to the vote?
We're very happy the way it turned out.
After the vote, we also reached out to Adam Shirley.
Do you feel vindicated?
We're happy the way that it turned out.
Just a couple more questions. What's your message to the neighborhood? What's your message to your neighbors?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Could you have handled this better with the neighborhood and maybe it wouldn't have got to this level?